Man, it feels good to get back into the winning column. This team has been battling and competing and fighting despite some adversity, and I'm just really, really proud of them for the way they fought today, the way that they didn't hang their heads. Everyone stepped up in a way. We talked about visualizing 3 things that everyone could do that could help us win the game before the game started, and I believe that the team bought into that. We had a dominant performance from Sussy coming out party that definitely helped us, but just really, really happy for the young ladies. They deserve it to get back into the win column. Like I said, they've been competing really hard.
I know you never want to test it with injuries, but I remember talking with you back in November, and you said this is the deepest team that you've had yet at Rice. Is kind of tonight proof and point of here it is.
Yeah, for sure. And again, the Memphis game, I consider that a one-off. But even with Tulsa, with our numbers down, the way we battled and competed to make it be a tied ball game at late game, it was 65-65 with 24 seconds to go in the game, right? So we had a lot of people step up there too. I think our bench just keeps showing up for us. We outscored them from the bench perspective, 27-5 tonight. I thought our bench just continues to show up for us, and yeah, definitely do not want injuries, but if there was a year, this is the year that you can handle a couple. Teams all over the country are going through injuries, and some don't have as many players to go to off the bench. So I'd love to get everybody back and be full strength, but we have a lot of people stepping up right now. It's happy for me to see that.
And Sussy, what's it like for you, your journey to get here and get on the court for as long as you did, and then to have a night like tonight?
It's been rough, but it feels really good to be back and feel like myself and be able to play without injuries. And my teammates do a good job of pouring into me, and to be able to finish. They look for me. If I post, I either get it or we get a 3 off. It feels good. Good team win.
Is it kind of a surreal moment when your teammates mob you at the end of the honor? Was that something you ever were anticipating?
Look, we like to celebrate each other. We love each other, and that's just one of the things that makes us a family. So, yeah, if I go off like that, they're going to celebrate with me.
I think this is what we knew Sussy could be, right? I mean, from the moment she went into the portal, with the moment we've had the first conversation, and I was able to watch film on her, this is what I saw her bringing to this team. And unfortunately, she had been hit with some injury bugs, but we're going to work on that being in the past and us moving forward, and I think she can really contribute. But I'm just really happy for her because I know it's been an uphill battle for her, and she's had hard days, as anyone would, and she just now can get rewarded for her hard work.
And then the timing of with the injuries piling up now and the bodies that you had, kind of you don't want to put any additional pressure on somebody, but if you were going to have somebody come up and step up and have a big game, a couple games losing streak, you have a couple people out tonight, how much did you need somebody to have a game like this to do this?
Yeah, for sure. We needed someone to step up big in the worst way, and I wasn't sure who that was going to be. I felt like somebody was going to do it, but I really didn't know where it was going to come from, right? But then Fatu also had 10 points, so we had Fatu and Sussy both in double figures, and thought that's, for the first time in a long time, we had both of our posts in double figures, and so really proud of their efforts. They both shot the ball well from the floor, so I think they gave us, Fatu started us strong, and then Sussy finished us strong, and so I think that's just another 1-2 punch post players, and again being deep. So yeah, we needed someone. I wasn't sure who it was. I'm glad it was Sue.
A game like this, you talk about playing your best basketball in March. Hopefully you're healthier by the time we get to March. But of all the games so far, is this kind of the one that you when you come back a couple weeks from now, you draw on to say, hey, we were at our toughest? Is this the one you're going to kind of focus on? If y'all can win this one, then...
Yeah, probably so. I think this was a must-win game. We had our backs against the wall, and it was like, how are we going to respond? How are we going to step up? And people were telling me it was a must-win game for standings and March and all the things. I get it, I hear it, but also it was just a must-win game for us. And it wasn't about the standings for us. It was just about us getting back on track, us playing our brand of basketball and our style of basketball. And we need to feel good going on to this Florida road swing that we're about to do. So it just was a must win for us to get back on track, and I hope that we can just continue on this track. We add our pieces back into the mix, and we continue just to climb and elevate our style of play.
nice little consolation prize to sweep SMU in their last year in the American.
Yep, I think that means that we hold the series now, right?
Yes.
We've won more times, so that's pretty
Yeah, by
awesome.
one, right?
By
We
one.
just took a
We just
lead.
took the lead. So yeah, they leave the league. At least we swept them this season, so that's a pretty good feeling. It'll help in recruiting.
Sweet.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Coach.
Thank you. Great job, Sue.